It's showtime, my friend. Nick Dice, come on in. How in the world have you been? I got stories to share. I'm virtually there. It's showtime, my friend. It's showtime, my friend, with a tear or a grin. Preparing the bit to begin. Wear sweatpants or slacks, take out the snacks. It's showtime, my friend. Now if you have to go, I want you to know it's easy to sign right back in. Connection too slow, hope you don't miss the show. Because it's showtime, my friend. Go! It's time to prepare for our online affair. I do hope you'll stay till the end. I've tuned up my axe, sit back and relax. No matter how your day has been, we'll make you smile, make it all worth your while. It's showtime, it's starting in no time. It's showtime, my friend. Woo! Okay, well, hi everybody. I don't see everybody yet. Let's see. We see Kim and Mark and Joan and Bob are here. My mom usually gets signed in. She might be trying to get her system, her computer to work with the TV at the Independence Village where she is. So we don't know. Last week she got that thing going about 10 minutes ahead of time. Everything was fine. So, well, we'll just have to see here. Oh, all the Belchers are here too. How you guys? Good to see you. Well, I'm to see your writing on there. You know, I keep thinking we ought to do this thing over on Zoom because I could see your faces. That would be really nice. But they only give me 40 minutes unless I sign up for, a corporate version. And I don't really think of myself as corporate at this time. So maybe we'll do that thing as a late. We might do an extra type thing, maybe later in the week or something, or on the weekend. Just, something that would be, it'd be recorded like this, and you could watch it later if you wanted to, but it'd be right there on YouTube. Or no, not YouTube. This is YouTube. And it wouldn't be on Facebook because Facebook is where we were before, but the Zoom. All right, enough of that. Let's jump on in here. I've got quite a few songs. As I explained in the announcement for the show, is that these are songs that have been kind of grabbed a hold of me, and they keep coming back to me when I'm doing other things or when I'm sleeping. I'll wake up with a song in my head. So this is one of them. This is there's no particular rhyme or reason to these things in particular, other than that they're just the ones that got hold of me. And some of them I've done fairly recently for you guys, and just not all together like this. Well, one of the first one I want to do is Rhinestone Cowboy with sung by Glen Campbell. And Glen Campbell, I've told this before he was an artist that we knew about. He was a studio musician in Los Angeles, and among the elite studio musicians, by the way. They called those musicians, they called them the Wrecking Crew because they were so, they were disruptive to the classical background stuff. Oh, there's Mom. Okay. 14 people watching. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hello, let me look right into the camera and say, hi, Independence Village. Hi, Mom. Okay. So, Glen Campbell was a studio musician, and the reason I should explain this about the Wrecking Crew, before rock and roll came along, the kind of things that you heard on the radio had a lot of classical stuff to it, with strings and so on, but also, you'd hear things like the 1940s, the big band music. And anyway, then these guys, these young people started coming along with this rock and roll stuff, and everybody thought it was going to be a passing fad. Oh, I was going to explain about the previous musicians who were the studio guys before. They showed up wearing tuxedos and bow ties. No one was ever to see them, but they showed up like that, and that's how they played, and they were very serious about it, and they did not take much of a liking to the rock and roll. And so this new group of studio musicians came along, and they dressed in whatever they wanted. They were pretty casual in their dress, but they really played well, and they played behind, and among those people who played behind them was Glen Campbell, played behind Jan and Dean, Sonny and Cher, the Mamas and the Papas, the Fifth Dimension, Frank Sinatra, and Nancy Sinatra. And on Frank Sinatra's, Glen Campbell played guitar on Strangers in the Night, which I thought was pretty cool. So anyway, enough of that talking. Let's get on with it here. But a lot of these people did not get credit for the songs that they played on, because what did it matter? It was supposed to be Jan and Dean. It was supposed to be Sonny and Cher. We don't say, and here's Sonny and Cher, and the guitar was played by Glen Campbell, and the drums were played. They didn't do that stuff. So, Corinne, hi. I talked long enough that you're here. Good. Nice to see you. Gee, I should do, okay. So let's do one of them here. This is the Rhinestone Cowboy. Hit it, guys. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in the dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Well, I really don't mind the rain, and a smile can hide all the pain. But you're down when you're riding a train that's taking the long way. And I dream of the things I'll do with a subway token and $1 tucked inside my shoe. There's been a load of compromising down the road to my horizon. I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. and offers coming over the phone. Nice fade away there. Yeah, that was I think those same guys played behind him, by the way. The people that were his friends from being a studio musician played behind him on this song too, and some of his other ones. Let's see. Let's move on to another one of his, and this one has been getting to me too. This is another one of Glen Campbell's songs, The Wichita Lineman, written by Jimmy Webb. By the way, the previous one there, Rhinestone Cowboy, was not written by Jimmy Webb. In fact, I didn't chase that one down, who actually played on that one. I need to look that up. So anyway, here we go. Wichita Lineman. I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the whine, and the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. Yes, one of my haunting songs, one that's been commanding me and telling me, you got to listen to me, keep coming back. And, I'll tell you, often what I like to do is, if I'm working through songs and stuff, I'll come back and play them in the evening just to kind of start getting used to them. But some of them just insist, come on back, sit down with that guitar and play that song. And this is one of them. In fact, all of these are pretty much one of them. So one that I've been fooling around with, and I think I might have played it here a little while ago, and every time I play it, I go a little bit different, find little different things in it. This one is Stardust, written by Hoagy Carmichael. Hoagy Carmichael and, let's see, who was the other person? It looks like Johnny Mercer? No, the lyrics were by Mitchell Parrish. So when we say the songwriter, we often think of a songwriter as a single person who does what they do. But a lot of people teamed up to write songs. And Hoagy Carmichael was the guy who wrote the music for these things, and lots of other people wrote lyrics. So let's see here now. I think the lyric. He's written some things that Johnny Mercer did. Put the lyrics to, and interesting how these different people, they'll team up, they'll go a different way, they'll work together on a project, and then a song comes out, and it takes years often before a song gets recorded and becomes a hit. So anyway, this is Stardust, and it has the longest introduction. It's as long as my spoken introduction. I think if Larry's here, hi Larry knows. He says, you don't need to tell us all that much about the songs. That's okay. But I love to tell the stories about them. So here we go. This one is Stardust, and I'm going to try to give a tempo to the opening, this long intro. So here we go. And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away, leaving me a song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you when our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. Oh, but that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside a garden wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses bloom, though I dream in vain. In my heart it will remain, my stardust melody, the melody of love's refrain. Beside a garden wall, when stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses bloom, though I dream in vain. In my heart it will remain, my stardust melody, memory of love's refrain. Oh, yeah. Now that song, you know, the lyrics, and it's more poetry, this one, than a standard lyrics. This kind of lyric would not be popular today, other than with people, well, let's say older than 50. Because now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. You know, it's so, it's almost corny, you know, when you break it down like that. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. Well, you get down to it though. There's a breakup here. It's pretty clear that person, the only thing that remains of them is the melody that they had together, whatever that was. It might have been an old song of some kind, or it might even have been Stardust. All right, now I'm going to take you to a really lonely song. I think I did this last week, but it's one of those ones that just won't leave me alone. It's called Rainy Night in Georgia. Here we go. All right. And written by Tony Joe White. And Tony Joe White, the other thing some of you might know about, Gator Got Your Grand... Polk Salad Annie. He also wrote that. But I have the feeling, goodness, I mean, a lot of us writers, we write from our imagination. But I have the feeling that maybe, just maybe, Tony Joe White actually was homeless for a while. It's very possible. I'm telling you, songwriters, singer-songwriters and that kind of thing, in the 50s and 60s, it's a tough business. You know, you talk about people like Willie Nelson selling some of his songs for $75 just to pay the rent, you know. And it just wasn't always kind to these people. And some of them, they were absolutely obsessed. There's that magic word again. Obsessed with the songwriting and playing music, and they just had to do it regardless of if they had to live in their car. And so this is what it sounded like here. And this poor fella here, he's missing his gal. Let's just put it that way. So, all right. So let's see. Let me get the tempo right. All right. Hovering by my suitcase, trying to find a warm place to spend the night. Heavy rains are falling. It seems I hear your voice calling. It's alright. It's a rainy night in Georgia. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Oh, seems like it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over this world. Neon signs are flashing, taxi cabs and buses pressing through the night. Distant moaning of a train seems to play a sad refrain to the night. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Oh, it's a rainy night in Georgia. I feel like it's raining all over this world. Feel like it's raining all over this world. How many times I've wondered, oh, it still comes out the same. No matter how you look at it or think of it, It's life, and you just gotta play the game. Find me a place in a boxcar. I take out my guitar to help me pass the time. Late at night when it's hard to rest, I hold your picture to my chest and I feel fine. Yeah, but it's a rainy night in Georgia. Oh, it's a rainy night in Georgia. Lord, I feel like it's raining all over this world. I feel like it's raining all over this world. How many times I wonder, it still turns out the same. It's raining, 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 raining in Georgia. But I feel like it's raining all over this world. Don't it feel like it's raining all over this world? Lord, it's raining all over this world. Man, I don't know where this song came from. I mean, it didn't, I don't think it got that high on the charts, but, and somehow I stumbled across, I know why I came across it, because it was a song that I wrote that had a line that said, you know, I hold your picture to my chest. I don't know as I use those exact words, but it brought me back around to this one. I started listening to it and thinking, the part to me, though, that was so hard was hitting those low notes. And just fooling around with it over time, I began to discover, hey, I could do that, you know. Hovering by my suitcase, or heavy rains are falling. There's just this nice boomy quality that I really like, and that helps. But also these mournful chords. Listen to this. Now, I was going to talk a little bit about chords. That right there, that just is like, oh, just, and it's only a half step different on one note. For instance, if I play a D chord, ta-da. Major chords are, you know, proclamatory, or whatever the word is, exclamatory. They're, you know, and so, but then you have the minor keys, which it only changes one note. Like, let's say we're doing that D. That's a major, but the minor one goes. Da, 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 da. Well, it depends on which mode you're in. But anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that. But it really only changes one note. Let's say I take a D, the exclamatory one, and then I change one half step and go. Now it's minor. So, Ava, Nagila, Ava. A lot of Eastern European music is minor chords because so much tragedy in these people's lives down through the centuries that, you know, that minor chord speaks to them. And then there's this major 7 one, which is just a little different. Only another, just one note different. Now I'm going to play just a major. Then you go. It's that note different, and then the minor. And each of them has their own feel to it, but this one has that major 7, which is so mournful, which is perfect for this song, and then those little licks. I mean, wow. Great. Anyway, great job, Tony Joe. And we did Stardust. Oh, let's have a little happy one now. It's about time for this. And I don't seem to have a drum beat for it, so I'm just going to play it without. Here we go. This is, I should explain, Van Morrison, My Brown-Eyed Girl. And I haven't been looking at your notes here. We saw, there we go, Corinne. And you guys are giving me applause for some of these things. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do. All right, here we go. And but I know one other thing as I wanted to mention about doing this kind of a program. When I do the shows when I'm like tomorrow, I'll be at Independence Village in East Lansing there in person. But people are sitting in their chairs, and I'm a character about this tall. Well, when we do this kind of a thing, I said it feels a little more intimate. I am right here. I'm this little. My head takes up half of the screen that's on there, and if any little emotion moves that I make, or if I make a mistake and go like that, you see everything. It's like really, connected there. Although, that's what you guys see. You get to see a lot more. So sometimes it feels a little bit exposed here too. So, all right. So here we are. Let's see. Da 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 da. Hey, where do we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping, yeah. In the misty morning fog, where our hearts are thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You, a brown-eyed girl. Oh, whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow, going down the old mine, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and a sliding, eh, eh, all along that waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You, a brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, la-di-da. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. Oh, my, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You, a brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da-da, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da. Hey, 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 hey. Sha-la-la-la-la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I said sha-la-la-la-la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Bum 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 da 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 bum 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 da da bum bum da. My brown-eyed girl, yes. Oh my goodness, now I have a very sad song here. This is a Roy Orbison song. Brilliant. Man, that guy. He always, on these songs that he did that were these big production ballads, he would always go up to a really high note at part of the song, and he always would, he would always hit them so cleanly, and when he would perform live, he could do the same thing. Just very, very reliable voice, I would say. But I did take apart while I was listening to 3 or 4 of these songs like this, and I could hear that high note. He sings it differently on different songs, depending on what the note is going to be. I don't know if he worked at it a lot or whether he just came by it naturally. But excuse me, this is one of the wonderful ones that I've got a lot. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring down the tempo a little bit. This is called Crying. All right. And by the way, I think I sent out an email on this a while back. This is Katie Lang, who is a country singer from Canada. Man, she did a monstrous version of this beautiful song. Beautiful version of this song. And I believe, if I'm right, I think Roy Orbison said, hey, this is her song now. Just like it was that good, All right, let's get this. All right. I was all right for a while. I could smile for a while. But I saw you last night. You held my hand so tight as you stopped to say hello. Oh, you wished me well, but you couldn't tell that I'd been crying over you, crying over you. Then you said, so long, left me standing all alone, alone and crying, 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 crying. You don't understand, but the touch of your hand can start me crying. I thought that I was over you, but it's true, oh so true. I love you even more than I did before, but darling, what can I do? You don't love me, and I'll always be crying over you, crying over you. Yes, now you're gone, and from this moment on, well, I'll be crying, 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 crying. I'm crying, crying. Over you. Woo! Man, that is one powerful dang song, huh? Roy bequeathed the song to her. That's it. Yeah, that's what I understood. He said, "Man, you done did it." She did such a great. In fact, I listened to her version to figure out what notes to sing on this. The tricky part of that, crying. That's otherwise it's cry. And now he does that kind of light. It's not real powerful. He does it kind of lightly, but it's perfect. It's beautiful. And when she does it, she just really punches it. She does a fantastic job. If you haven't heard it, I sent out an email about that probably 6 weeks ago, maybe longer. If you haven't heard it, go to YouTube. That's the same place we're on when we get done with the show. Don't do it now. Stay with me here. Go out to YouTube and search for Crying, and then look for oh God, no, I can't say it. Katie Lang, and it's just K, the letter K, the letter D, and they're usually read against each other. L-A-N-G. You'll find it right away. Fantastic. Her version will just knock you right out. So let's see. Let's do this one. There's another one that's got hold of me. A Charlie Rich song. I think part of it is that, again, I like the way that I can work really close to the microphone and hit those low notes without punching them too hard. So here it is, Behind Closed Doors, Charlie Rich. My baby makes me proud. Lord, don't she make me proud. She never makes a scene by hanging all over me in a crowd. 'Cause people like to talk. Lord, don't they love to talk. But when they turn out the lights, I know she'll be leaving with me. And when we get behind closed doors and she lets her hair hang down and she makes me proud that I'm a man, oh, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. My baby makes me smile. Lord, don't she make me smile. She's never far away or too tired to say, I want you. She's always a lady, just like a lady should be. But when they turn out the lights, she's still a baby to me. And when we get behind closed doors and she lets her hair hang down and she makes me glad that I'm a man, oh, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. Behind closed doors. Such a nice track too with that piano. That I mean, they pretty much duplicated what Charlie Rich played on that, assuming Charlie played on that. Now, remember we talked about studio musicians before, and I wanted to say a little bit about that. Studio musicians, all day long, they're in the studio. The way the system usually works is 3 or 4 hour sessions. And let's say they have one from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. There's usually a half-hour break for lunch. Then they'll start again at 2, play till 6, have dinner, come back, play 7 until, 8, 9, 10, 11. And these guys do big, long days. And because they're in such demand. But also, because they're in such demand, they make a lot of money doing that kind of work. So the studio guys are the guys that all day long, they're not talking business. They're not on a bus. They're not doing set up and tear down for a big show. They're not in a hotel somewhere, because those guys don't get to play but a little bit of time during the sound system check and then the show at night. Maybe an hour and a half, 2-hour show at night. That's all the playing. That's not as much playing as the studio guys do. Plus, these studio guys work with each other all the time, all day long. They know each other. They know what one person is going to do, what another, how we should stay away from the, like when the singer's singing something, you don't play a bunch of notes because it gets in the way of their singing. It takes away from what they're doing. And so, like, for instance, on this one, he would start out, my baby makes me proud. Lord, don't she make me proud. And then something would follow the voice. And of course, now you don't want the piano guy doing something while the bass player's doing something. So they learn how to stay out of each other's way and out of the way of the singer, but also to enhance the singer. So those studio guys are very, very valuable people. They're wonderfully in tune with making great music. So, all right. So let's take a look at, let me look ahead here. How about, I'm going to do this Paul McCartney one called Blackbird. I practice it almost every night, at least every other night, because it's a lot of finger picking. And then in the middle, you're going to see another Blackbird. Here we go. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Pack up all my cares and woes, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, and so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light, 'cause I'll be coming home tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Now, isn't that pretty? Man. And he wrote it because in the 1960s he saw about all the problems that we were having with integration and the police turning fire hoses on people of color. I mean, just come on. And he was saying, hey, this is going to change now. It just changed. It went underground. Okay, enough of my politicizing, but jeez, it's back, folks. It's back. All right, let's see. I want to try this one because, oh my gosh, so many things I want to do this one just because I was playing with it last night to get ready for a show, and I went, wow, this is kind of cool. So, all right, give it a try. An old cowboy went riding on one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw a-plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause I gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride, I hear them cry, yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. As the riders looked down by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell or riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Woo! Woo is right. Oh, I see you guys. We've got a cowboy emoji over there, and we've got applauding hands from Kim and Mark and Joan from the previous song. Yes. All right. Okay. Let's see. You know, that's as good as it gets. We see little emojis doing things. We don't get to hear. That's okay. I can do that myself. All right. All right. After doing that country song, a couple of these have been countries, I want to do this one, which I did probably about 6 weeks ago. It's called He Stopped Loving Her Today, and this is a most interesting thing. A lot of people consider this maybe the best country song of all time. Real simple, 3 chords, and the story, though, now when you say simple, let me say that writing a simple song is not easy. You may have heard something like that before, but the case of this is the fellas brought this song to, I think it's Bobby Braddock, I won't be sure about that, who was a producer, and he had produced George Jones, and I don't know whether they came to him, maybe Bobby Braddock was one of the writers. Anyway, okay, so the 2 guys came to the producer, and they say, hey, we got this song, and he looked at it and he went, okay, but you got to rework it. You give away the punchline a little too soon. And so they went back and they kept coming back and forth to him. Over the course of a year, they developed a 3-ring binder, an inch thick, with every single version of the different version of the lyrics of this song, and building the song that we now hear. And the flip side of this is, as much as a lot of people say it's the best country song, it's certainly among the top 100 songs of all time, all songs. But there are a lot of people who say, man, that thing is a snaky, it's too formulaic, you know, and it sets it all out there. But I think listen, I've written in the area of 150 songs, and I don't think anything I've ever written comes anywhere near this, as tightly and well as it is. So let's see. Here we go. I'll give it a try. I don't have a drum beat for this one either, huh? He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall, went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Oh, she came to see him one last time. Yeah, and we all wondered if she would. And it come running through my mind. This time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Man, it's every line, every word counts. Just every one of them. Little secrets. They never say that, they buried him. Didn't say that. Didn't say he died. Nothing. Didn't do it. They cleverly put it all in there, and by saying things, there's a wreath upon his door. A wreath upon his door. That's interesting. All right, where are we time-wise? We got like 3 minutes left. We can go as long as we want to, but let me go back here and find another one that I like to do that's been bugging me. I think I skipped one back there. No, that's that one. Let's do this one. Let's see how it comes out. Beat number 90. All right. And the sound is All right. This is a Dobie Gray song, and we'll finish up with this one, and then, of course, my little TV music, that is. And so let's start the drum part here. Yeah. Whoop. There. 3, 4. Day after day, I'm more confused. I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose. I'm feeling the strain. Now ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Hey, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind. I'm counting on you, yeah, to carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Hey, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, yeah. And when my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. And when I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. I want you to know I believe in your song. Rhythm and a rhyme and a harmony. You help me along. You're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Hey, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, oh, oh. Drift away. There it is. All right, let's put on some my little TV segment music, I call it here. And I will say thank you, everybody, for showing up this week. I do appreciate it muchly. And, where's that thing? There it is. So thanks so much for being here. Again, if you can think of anybody else who might enjoy the show, Mama's done a pretty good job there, bringing me 14 people all sitting and watching it. I don't know how many of you stayed there, Betty, but I'll see them tomorrow night at Independence Village in East Lansing there. And until next week, and until I figure out what I'm going to do for you next week, good grief, I've got another half dozen songs I didn't even get to do to. So thank you, everybody. Blackbird. You like Blackbird? Yeah, that's... Whew. All of them, Dave. Yeah. They all got me. Somehow they got me, so... All right, we will see you next week or the next time you can be here. Thanks, Joan. Thanks, Kim and Mark. And thanks, that's Joan again. And Larry and Corinne. Oh, hi, Corinne. Only said hi to you once. And then Mom and everybody else there. See you next time, you guys. $17 people. Woo! Oh my gosh, my library is fading away too. There it goes. Boom. Until next week. On the Twilight Zone. See you next time.